Today we're going to look at a bunch of puzzles that I got from Europe. Actually, I brought them from Europe. There are 59 of them, so it's going to take some time to do it. So hopefully you have a lot of patience, or maybe I'm going to cut it into two things. I do want to say most of them are actually coming from France. And if you buy puzzles in Germany, you can get lots and lots and lots of puzzles. If you buy puzzles in the UK, you can get lots and lots and lots of puzzles. But there are some puzzles that you can really get more if you go to France or the Netherlands. Part of the reason is that some of those puzzles actually have been produced when Ravensburger had a French factory, and that's part of the reason that it's more there, or maybe their taste is also slightly different. Part of what we're going to see today is a lot of art puzzles, which are very hard, if not impossible, to find in other places, and some deer puzzles and birds puzzles that we're also going to really enjoy. So bear with me and you're going to see all of those amazing things. But let's start with, I'm Liza from Puzzles by Liza, and please subscribe to my channel and let me know what's going on. I, by the way, have an art collection that I haven't published, and I took actually this video but 2 years ago, so I might need to do it completely again now that I have even more art puzzles that I didn't have before. But let's go ahead and see what we're looking at. So we're going to start by this puzzle, who is called The Auction. It's a comic puzzle by John Erklins from 2019. There is another one called Hollywood, which I had for a long time. I haven't done it. It's from those puzzles that are so busy that they actually makes them quite more difficult than what you would maybe expect. I was looking for this one for quite a long time, and you can find it pretty expensive in most places. But if you can get it from Europe, sometimes it's a little bit better. Not from Germany, but other places in Europe. So let's look at what I got from all the deer puzzles. So we're gonna see, I think, 4 of them, which are actually pretty amazing. So this first one, it's called Would I Deal? It's by Linda Peckin from 1997. Linda Peckin has some puzzles actually with Ravensburger. Really none of them looking exactly like that. Like she has one with like a scarecrow, 300 pieces and stuff like that, but not actually something looking like this exactly. Again, we'll see a few deer puzzles that are very interesting. Pay attention here to the border, which is kind of green. We'll see actually different colors, because I think that was pretty much a deer series, even though it's not officially considered like that. It's also saying here fur, feathers, and fall. This one is from 1997. I think I said that, but just saying that again. So I'm gonna go to the next deer puzzle that you can see actually, and that is this red one. And this red one is called Deers by the Water Edge. It's also by Linda Peckin. It's called 4 of a Kind. And this one is the second deer puzzle that we're going to see today that is actually absolutely very rare. And that's, oh, I did say here it's kind of like more red, dark red kind of like thing. But the next one we're seeing is actually kind of orange. And that one is The Watering Place, but that is by Elizabeth Halstead from 2002. So that is basically like another one from something that looks like a series, but again, it's not an official series, but it does look very much the same, as you can see. And then the last deer puzzle we're going to see for today has a yellow border, and this is called Bull Elk. And it's by James Hotman. James Hotman is going to come back in a second with 2 other puzzles, but these are all the deer puzzles that we have. So you see 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4. Very cool. I don't know if there are any more. If you know, please let me know, because I'm always looking for them, and they are hard to find, and again, they're not even considered a series. So it's very hard to know. We're gonna go and look at some bird puzzles that also are especially very difficult to find. So this one, it's called Wild Ducks. It's by James Hotman from 1996. And again, I got it from France basically, but like this is hard to get. And then another one by James Hotman, I told you we'd do a few birds, is Pheasants. That's by James Hotman, also from 1996. So also, sorry, very hard to get. So both of those, if you're in the business of birds, could be very interesting for you to know about. And if you don't know, you can go to like my website and look at the tag birds, and you can find lots of birds. I think some of them might be very interesting for you. Definitely, I have to say that some of them are absolutely rare and beautiful. When I even saw them, I didn't even know that they actually like existed. Okay, now we're gonna see a bunch of art puzzles. 10 actually we're gonna see that you probably haven't seen before. So I'm just gonna go through them really quick and let's see what's going on. So of course this one is Van Gogh, Vincent Bedroom in Arles, 1988 from 1997. This puzzle exists in 2,000 pieces. I have as well, but I've never seen it in 1,000 pieces. So if you want to do one that's slightly easier, that's probably your thing. This one is another art puzzle. It's called Winter, 1977. It's by J.S. Micah Koch it was published in the 2000, but of course the puzzle itself is older than that, and the photo itself is older than that. Very, very hard to get. Again, like I did definitely a bunch of work to go and get this one. The next one that we have that's also extremely rare is Dance at the Flemish Saloon by Franz Franken. From the puzzle itself was produced in 2004, and this puzzle is so beautiful. I have a bunch of that style, more like the musicians and stuff. I'm looking for one called Fresh from the Garden. If you know that puzzle, please let me know, okay? But there are lots of the Wedding Day and a bunch of other ones that are very, very similar to that style of puzzle. Okay, one that's more religious, called the Gypsy Madonna, from around 1510 by Tizian or Tizian Vasilio, that was produced in 2001. As you can see, this one is new, so I mean I'm super lucky to have it, and slightly damaged in some places, but I don't really mind because it's minor damage. Again, most of those come from France. This one is called Princess Eleanor. It's by Kinoko White Craft from 2000. I have 4 puzzles by Kinoko White Craft. All of them are quite with that type of princess, like the intercepting love letter and dreams, and all of those things are very, very kind of romantic, very kind of princess aligned stuff. Very cool. Another very rare puzzle that I didn't even know it existed in Ravensburger is Cecilia Gallerani by Leonardo da Vinci from 1999, where she's holding a white Hermione or Hermione. That's because she was the mistress of somebody that his nickname was White Hermione or something like that. My daughter was searching that up because I didn't know what exactly was this creature, because it's definitely not something that I can say that I know. Somebody thought it's a goat, but it's definitely not a goat, so it's a Hermione actually. And it's saying here, Hermelin, her. It says it in other languages actually, like in English it just says Cecilia Gallerani. So that's it. So I didn't know this puzzle existed. It does exist. If you like art, you can get almost everything in Ravensburger apparently. Okay, the next one that is actually, I also didn't know and very possible to get, is this one. It's called Portrait of a Knight. It's part of the art collection, official art collection, and it's by Vittorio Carpaccio, and the puzzle was produced in 2015. You can see also it's new. I didn't even know about this thing at all. So as I said, I'm finding out stuff when I'm kind of searching and stuff, and I was super excited to get this one. And the next thing we're gonna see is this Egyptian Papyrus 26 Dynasty art collection as well. It was published in 2009. It's definitely not really from 2009, and it's part of the official art collection as well. So you see, there are art collections just started in a specific year, which is actually kind of recent. There was 2 types of art collections. It was red, now it's not red, it's more like let's say gray. I will show you a picture of how the old art collection, how the new art collection. There was even an art collection in black in the past. In most of the very old ones that are art, they're not even in our art collection. They're just puzzles. So that's a lot of what you can see. You find the old ones, like this one. It's not part of an art collection. So this one is called Sicily Bridge at the Villeneuve-Garennes. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. It was produced in 2004. Of course, that's an art piece, so it's much, much older than that. And you see, it doesn't say art anywhere. It doesn't actually say anything. It just says that it's Sicily. But basically, the only reason to know this is art is because a lot of those are basically like have the license of Dia Picture Library, and then you can see that this is art. But overall, the main thing is that they're not marked in any way. And then we have this guy here from the art collection. That was his Water Lilies, and it's by Claude Monet, and it's from 2020, the puzzle itself. Again, it says art collection with the red thing. I need to see actually like when was it changed. But Claude Monet has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puzzles with Ravensburger. So if you know Claude Monet, you can find the girl with the parcel that's in the same series like this, the Japanese bridge in the garden. That's basically in the blue, in the black stuff. You can find wild puppies, which is not having anything, except later on they actually did that in the red thing as well. And you can find water lilies, which is actually something that you can find in art collection in gray, and then water lilies in the red, and then there is the Terrace of Saint dress in 300 piece in red as well. Okay, so we continue with this art one, and that is also Van Gogh, and that's Almond Blossom, and it's art collection by Vincent van Gogh. The puzzle was produced in 2011. In 2010, 2011, Ravensburger actually did a lot of puzzles that were 300 pieces art, and then basically they put all of them like this together, and you can get a bunch of them. I have a ton of them, and they're always delightful. Also much nicer to do art in 300 pieces because art is always difficult. You can see like all the colors are kind of similar, but you can really get into art if you do an art puzzle because you can see the brush strokes and the difference in the colors, and you see details that you've never seen. So if you go and spend between, I don't know, 1.5 hours and 25 hours on a puzzle like that, you really learn a lot more about the art and about the artist. So I highly recommend. That's the way I see that. And it's almost in every puzzle that we're doing, especially if we don't look at the box too much or at all, because I don't look, we can learn a lot more about the puzzle, about the art, about the artist, about their style, etc. Okay, we're gonna jump really quick to some 100, so I can actually move that from this list here. So we'll start by 2 DuckTales. So one of those is called Test Drive, and the other one is called The Earthquake. Both of them DuckTales, both of them, one is from 1988, one is from 1990. I got them from France. I've done them while I was in a hotel room in Portugal, and they are both beautiful and amazing. And of course the lighting was an issue, but for 100 piece puzzle, it's really not so much of an issue. DuckTales are amazing. These are going to Laura. Okay, one more very, very rare, hard to get puzzle in the 300 actually. So this one is called Avengers Victory. It's by Marvel 2013. I've done this puzzle also in the same hotel room. It is beautiful. It's very hard to get. I didn't even know it existed. Another 300 that's really cool that I've done in the same hotel room is Lovely Angels. It's by Raoul Vitale from 2004. This very cute ladies' angels. Very, very cute. This one is Winnie the Pooh. It is called Good Night Sleep and Good Night Story. Sorry, Winnie the Pooh, Disney from 2002. Unfortunately, the person that sent it to me didn't tell me that there is one piece missing. So that is very sad, but I've done it in the same hotel room as well. And this one has a very cool story. It's called Provence. It's by Get Images 2016. And if you follow Ravensburger Puzzles, or if you follow me, I've done the same puzzle in 3,000 pieces. So this is like a somewhat extra large puzzle. And then the overall thing is that I did it the second time in that same hotel room. And so I was really delighted because I love this puzzle. And in 3,000 pieces, it's of course a lot more work than 300. But then there are not a lot of puzzles that are produced in 2 different piece counts, but this is one of them. And this one is actually very hard to get. I really wanted to get it for a long time. And then this one is Kimi Jr., Kimi Doll, the Aired group. Some people really like it. For example, I have friends that collect all of them. And so I bought this one because it's 200 pieces. I bought it with another puzzle. And again, the seller didn't tell me that they're missing one piece. I actually found out inside the box that it's already saying that it's missing one piece because somebody wrote it here. They wrote mannequin, which means in another language that it's missing a piece, but they knew that it's missing a piece. I mean, the seller maybe didn't know, but didn't even bother to check and just wrote it's very good condition when it's not. And then if you're into rare puzzles that are old, this one is called Walk to the Zoo, and it is from 1980. And this puzzle is delightful. It has pretty big pieces. The box, as you can see, is not exactly the same. The number, of course, is something that starts with, you can see maybe here, 623, and then 5902. Basically, the 623 is because in most cases what they did is 625 for 500s and 623 for 300s. But 625 is also going to be something that we'll see soon enough in the other thing, in the 1000s. What I didn't anticipate is because I bought from the people here 2 puzzles, is that the other puzzle is cut like this. And so this puzzle is a similar puzzle in size, and it is called In the Mountains. And this is also by Ali Mikdash from 1981. It also has a number with 6235, but apparently later on they got it again out in 300 pieces, and it started with 1-3, the way that 300s are supposed to be starting. So I've done this. I was very disappointed the box is not there separately, but it is what it is, and I'm very happy that I got those old puzzles and done them as well. Let me move this aside for a second. We can continue. Let's do these cuties. So this is a very special series by Michelle Thomas Prem, and this one's called The Fisherman, and it's also old. It's from 1982. The number is 625, as we said earlier. Beautiful, beautiful puzzle. It's just a delightful one to look at, but it has actually a bunch of other ones that she's done, which is very interesting. So this one is called The Soccer Player from 1982. And this one is called Slalom from 1982. So together, they actually give us the full list of puzzles of what I got. Of course, there are like 3 or 4 more of them, which I still need to get. And I don't get most of those because they're old enough that the box looks different. But these are so unique that I thought I actually should get them. Hopefully they're full and complete. I don't know really. Okay, so now we can go back to our 1000s. This one is called Secrets of the Jungle. It's from a collection called Collection Exclusive, and it's by Randall John from 1998. Now, Collection Exclusive, if you haven't done or haven't seen, has pieces inside that are just golden and silver and just very, very shiny. And that's the whole point of a Collection Exclusive, basically. I've done a few of them. I have a bunch of them to do, and some of them are very, very hard to get because, as you can imagine, 1998 and that kind of stuff is just not there. And if you can get it, sometimes they become very, very expensive. This one I haven't even seen until a few months ago. Like I've seen it in a catalog, but I haven't seen it in real life. And somebody actually succeeded to get it in the US, but she was missing over 12 pieces. So I didn't even think that it makes sense to ask her if I can buy hers. But I've got this one, and I really, really hope it's complete, and I'll check it out soon. Another series I didn't know existing, and I don't have the whole series, just this one. This one's called Spring by like the series is Lente. It's by Janica Brickman Salentine from 2004. I've seen at least another one called Summer. I will guess there are 4 because it looks like seasons, but I don't know. If you know about it, please let me know. That is really interesting. And then there is this one. This one I knew about. It's called The Mythical Road, Route 66. Tempting Brands from 2012. I always thought it's a telephone, like an old telephone, but apparently it's not. It's a motorcycle. So it's still very compelling, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very fun to put together this thing. Route 66, by the way, have a bunch of puzzles with Ravensburger. I can think about immediately like 4 or 5 of those. Some of them very hard to get. So if you like that kind of stuff, this one is very hard to get, but I'm very, very happy I got it. And thank you all the French people that are keeping great puzzles together so I can get them later. So this one, Strasbourg, Petite France, by Photo Julius from 2023. You can see here that there is like some kind of like a sticker. This sticker means it's being sold in the Ravensburger outlets, and it's actually something that's pretty unique to them. It's not something that goes anywhere. You can also see that by the number, it's like 90 to 62. 89, 88, 90 is numbers that were specifically kind of located for stuff that is actually like produced just in Europe, and it's very local type of thing. And I am curious to see what will happen with the 1200 number, because I believe they would do something kind of similar, but not exactly. So it's very interesting to see what will happen to the numbering then. And I still owe you a numbering video. This one is called Eternity and by Christian Rees Lassen from 1998. It's part of the exclusive collection. That means that it has, yes, you're right, a bunch of shiny pieces. And that's going to be very, very interesting. You can see even that like this is shiny. So if I move like my stuff here, like that looks kind of shiny. Lassen has lots and lots of puzzles with Ravensburger, and a bunch of them are water, beach, sunsets, dolphins, and stuff like that. That is quite unique. I didn't know, again, this one existed. I was very, very happy to find out. Quickly, we rush into Australian puzzles. So I started collecting the Australian puzzles when I found out about them. I still have a few that I don't have. Specifically, there are 2 here in the back that I know that I don't have, so I would love to actually get them. So this one specifically is called Kitty's Pool. It's a blue opal that's part of the series that it's on. It's Australian artist collection. And there is a Canadian artist collection as well. I don't think that there is any other type of artist collection that I'm aware of. It's by Stephen Evans from 2011. And if you look at the Australian collection, there is a few. So all of those here, the 2 of them I'm missing, is Stephen Evans. I got 2 actually in this trip. I'm looking for the other 2, but I mean, there is Sarina and Joan Bradley and other artists that are Australian artists that exist. I have 5 other puzzles by Australian artists and blue opal, and I had a 6th one that I've done and I returned to Laura. Okay, so this one is called Bondi Deep. Again, Australian Art Collection, Stephen Evans, again, 2011. I was very, very happy to get this very beautiful, colorful puzzle. And then if you have the 2 other ones, Swimmers and Nielsen Park, please let me know, because I would be very delighted to have them as well. One that I want to show you that is absolutely unique as well is this one. This one is called Tropical Tigers. It's Relief Line MGL 2001. If you don't know what a Relief Line actually is a puzzle that has 2 layers in some of the puzzle. Not all of it, but actually some of it. So you imagine that a normal puzzle have like 1 layer of cardboard, and then imagine that on top of it there are some pieces that have 2 layers of cardboard. I'll show you 1 or 2 of them like in the video when I edit it. So, but what it makes is that there is a special line going here, you can see that, that is actually like showing some of the things in a different kind of thing. So like basically like from what it looks like here, all of those pieces are going to be raised from the ground. And I think that's the only place where they did that. But basically like there are 7 of them, I believe, and I have all of them. I've done most of them. Maybe I've not done this one and maybe 1 more. So I'm going to check this one at some point soon. And just to finish with the larger piece count here, I got this 1500 Chambord Castle by T.H. Kirsch, 1999. And this one is delightful, even if it might be, like I love skies and I love orange and yellow. So for me, I think that's kind of like probably going to be okay, hopefully. Okay, let me take this down. Okay, we have the last batch here. On the 500s. Okay, so this one is called Babylon, and it is a 500 piece Indigo Lights 2015. I've done this one already after I got home, and it's actually very difficult. It's very, very dark. It's much darker than you would believe, but it is very beautiful. This one is called African Silhouette. It's by Photo Tisa 9x12 from 2012. I've done this one as well, and I've seen it before actually with somebody in the US, but never ever before or after, so I was very, very happy to get that. And now we got the Starline here. So this one's called Venice Rialto Bridge Starline Uber. I've done this one. I also have it going in the dark. It's beautiful. It's absolutely rare. And it's not super easy, but it was really, really fun to do. And I've never seen it before or after. So again, it's very, 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 very hard to get. Let's go to this one. Okay, so this one's called Paris Romance. It's by Alexander Kirsch from 2019. I got this one, it was actually new, which was amazing. But it's very interesting because it has an 189 number, which means it's basically like a special European thing. And this is so beautiful that I really didn't understand why they didn't give it just a normal number and put it like everywhere, because I think that's a little bit of waste not to do that. And then we have this one. This one has a very funny name. It's called Tiger Lily, and it's by Martin Harvey from 2012. I haven't done it yet, but it looks cool, and I like the Tiger Lily thing. And if we go to animals, we have Autumn Wolf by Bios Photo from 2014. This one I made actually a giant mistake. I didn't see that the seller said it's missing a piece, and it is missing a piece, I guess, because they said that. But I didn't pay attention because it wasn't written in a place that was really clear to me, so very sadly. And then I got this very rare, super amazing thing. It's called On the Move Spider-Man Marvel from 2007. I've done that when I was in the hotel room in Portugal, and it's complete. It was so difficult to do it there because it's very dark in a very dark hotel room, so it's not the best way to do puzzles, I would say. But I'm very, very happy that I've done that, and that is kind of amazing. Never seen that puzzle before, so if you're like superheroes, Disney kind of like person, then that's useful. Another one that's very amazing is this one. It's called Ferrari. It's by Badu from 1991, and that is a puzzle that is, I love Badu in general, but like some of those are just absolutely delightful and hard to get. So I have not seen that one. And as I said, this is actually like old as well, so I would probably normally wouldn't get it, but when you have an option, I mean, I just get stuff. Now we're gonna look at 3 Asterix puzzles. So one is Asterix visiting the British. That's Asterix from 2005. It's slightly damaged in 2 pieces, but I thought that it was so good to get that because it was like actually really an opportunity to get a puzzle that I don't have, and there are some of them that are just hard to get. This one is not mine, it's actually Cindy's. It's Asterix at the Olympics, Asterix from 2024. The original Asterix at the Olympics I've done. I got it from the UK. I paid a ton of money for it, and it was missing 5 pieces. So that was very, very sad. I wanted to do it again. Cindy was very kind to actually let me do it. And so I got that from her in a suitcase, I guess, from Europe. So we did a few things. And there are some puzzles I'm not going to show you, but Cindy is a person that likes Kimino, for example, and she doesn't care about the company. So I'm definitely not going to show you any other company. But that's the one that I've done again, and thank you, Cindy. And then this one has a very strange name of Obelix Birthday Bash, Asterix 2005, and I've done that when I was in Portugal in the hotel room as well. This one is a Star Wars. It's called Arvala 7. It's by Lucasfilm from 2021. I didn't know that it existed. I actually got it new. It doesn't look new, even though I haven't done it. But the main reason is because I opened them up and I put them inside the 1000s. And I'll show you how my suitcases look like. But overall, I would say you need to know that if you don't put the 500s within the 1000s, you need a lot more space. So if you just open them up, like this, you can just fit them inside of a 1000 piece box, and then you'll have enough space for everything. Maybe I'll make a video specifically about packing puzzles. But yes, so now that you know the trick, we can't always use it, but we can use it whenever we're shipping things. So this is, again, our Val 7 Lucasfilm 2021. This is if you love puzzles a lot, you definitely can say this is the Matterhorn. And the Matterhorn is a mountain in Switzerland. This is called View of the Matterhorn. It's by Kirsch, 1999. Kirsch was pretty much the Ravensburger photographer forever. And now basically, like, this is just one more. I think I have like a few puzzles with the Matterhorn already. And most of them are actually quite delightful. We're almost done, almost. This one is called Adorable Companions. It's by Irmo and Alexander from 2019. It's also interesting because it has a number of 89, so that means it's also like pretty local, and that's very interesting. I haven't done it yet. And one that either you are going to like or hate is this one. It's called Old Fashioned America. It's by New Dev Designs from 2012. This is a puzzle that's actually very hard to get. I don't know if you like the map or not, but I guess you're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I don't know if you're gonna find out. Well, we're gonna find out. In this last one, as I normally don't like getting those, or I didn't like getting those, maybe I should say, but now I do get them for the most part. So this is called Visit Paris 2x500 Adobe Stock 2021. There are a few more of those that I didn't get, but I thought that would be probably nice to take with me when I'm traveling, because I can take a bunch of like 2x500 and just knock them out like one after the other. And so, yeah, here is this one. And that is the last puzzle from, I think, I need to go and check because I'm actually almost sure that I did not show you one of them. So if you wait just 1 minute, I'm gonna check that. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I found that I forgot 4 more puzzles. Yeah, it's interesting, I do agree. Baby Labrador by Sabine Stewart 2015. I've done this puzzle in the airport, and that was in the airport in Portugal, and they didn't like that I took their table, even though I paid for being their customers. But I finished it anyway and took a good photo, and then I left. And then I went on an airplane that took something like 48 hours to get to my house because there was delays and divergence and a bunch of other interesting things that happened. This one is called Gourmety. It's by Giyoshi 2010. I don't know anything about them, but apparently I guess they're a TV series. And so I've done that when I was in the hotel room in Portugal. And then these are absolutely rare. Ninja Turtles to the Rescue, Viacom 2013. I didn't know that Viacom did them. Viacom are the same company that is doing SpongeBob. And I guess you'll learn a bunch of stuff when you like puzzles too much and like information too much. And then the last one for real. I swear to God, this is the last one. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's like Minions, Elimination, Despicable Me. It's from 2017. And I've done this one in the San Francisco airport when I was waiting for my last flight to go home. And it was delightful. It's absolutely rare. And I cannot be happy enough to getting that. It was new. Absolutely rare. So with that, now for real, we're finished with all the 59 puzzles that I've got. Mainly from France, from the Netherlands, from Spain, and 0 from Portugal, because they don't have puzzles, actually, at least not the ones that are not Ejuka, I guess. So thank you very much for watching, and so please subscribe if you have any additional tips for me. I would love to get them and make this channel more successful. Thank you. Bye.